All right, Texarkana, are you ready? First fighter to the ring, Steffin Barrera.
My name is Steffin Barrera. I'm fighting out of Yellville, Arkansas. My weight right now is 145.
Steffin Barrera coming out. Steffin Barrera is 19 years old, 5'7", 145 pounds, born in Arlington, Texas, but he is fighting out of Yellville, Arkansas from Backwoods MMA. He is 0-1 coming out as an amateur fighter. He started training when he was 14 years old. He's only 19. He said he's a boxer. He said he's a wrestler. That's Steffin Barrera. Let's talk about his opponent, Mark Lorello.
Second fighter to the cage, Mark Lorello.
My name is Mark Lorello. I'm fighting out of Dallas, Texas. I'm representing Moeller's MMA, and I'm weighing 145.
So Mark Lorello, he's 5'10", he's from Burbank, California, he's fighting out of Dallas, Texas. He fights out of Alan Moeller. Listen, you know, there's always some fighter that always impresses me, or there's a story, and this is one of those guys. This is a guy that just a few years ago was shot with a shotgun, went to the hospital, it cut him open from stem to stern to try and get everything out, checking on his organs. He's fine and healthy, but he still has pellets inside of him. And it's much more dangerous to do surgery to remove the pellets than it was just to leave them in there. And they actually work themselves up to the surface. So Mark has a story because of Moeller's jiu-jitsu school, kept him off the streets, kept him from, I mean, in his mind, kept him alive. Because who knows what he would have been end up into. Being shot with a shotgun and now walking into the cage. He's 2-0, Dallas, Texas, 24 years old. He thinks his opponent is just aggressive and straightforward. So he thinks he's gonna have an edge, understanding that he started training when he was 15 years old, and he did this to stay on track and stay out of trouble.
This is the co-main event of the evening, sponsored by Vapor Stop. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Peak Fighting Featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a 0-1 record. He stands 5'7" tall, weighing in at 146 pounds, 8 ounces, fighting out of Yellville, Arkansas, by way of Killeen, Texas, Steffin Barrera! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter holding a perfect record of 2-0. He stands 5'10" tall, weighing in at 146 pounds, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Mark Lorello!
Very excited about this fight tonight. Knowing the backstory of these guys always helps me as a fan to get more engaged. Nice straight jab by Steffin. Mark going for that double, crossing the ankle, pulling across so we can get him. Steffin's got to use the cage. He's got a body lock on him, underhook his body, but it's not how you're going to get up. You got to be able to cross face, use the cage, and stand up. Mark is trying to drag him off the cage. You kind of seen this style of fighting when Khabib fought Conor. Grab the ankles, pull him off the cage, try and step over, and then lock their legs. A lot of guys have been doing that lately because it's successful. It's what he's doing right now. But he's got his head underneath. If he gets him off the cage, you're going to be looking for a Von Flue choke. Still going for it. You can still get a Von Flue choke here from half mount. That's what he's looking for. He's putting a lot of shoulder pressure on the carotid artery of Steffin. but he's got to get off the cage so he can turn his hips. See, he can't turn the angle. His butt is still underneath of his. You can't be parallel with him. You have to be perpendicular with him. You can't be in that guard. If Mark is able to lock up that other leg and lock him into full guard, it could pose a problem. Yep, popped his head right up out of it. Or Steffin. Steffin's got to lock his guard. Mark has got to posture up and pass. He can't get too comfortable just staying here. There he's passing. There he's grabbing the neck. Oh, he's looking for a Darce choke. A guillotine choke. If he can drop his hips, he can really put some pressure on it. Oh, whips it into a head and arm choke. Steffin's got to be careful. If he doesn't get the posture, he's going to tap out. He's got to get his knees off the ground. He's trying to create angles right now. He's trying to create angles so he can get a little more pressure on that neck. It's a lot harder to get it when the arm is in. It's a lot easier when it's just hand on hand, neck on neck, neck to chest. It's just not deep enough. And again, it's hard to submit him when you don't have full lock guard. A lot of people can get it from like this. Yeah, see, it's not under his neck at all. It's just on his chin. You can underhook that arm and do like a crucifix sweep, making an arm drag. I mean, he's got to do something. He's just going to blow his arms out if he keeps hanging on to him. Steffin Barrera in the green and black shorts. On top. Now. Mark Lorello. Going for another. Steffin looks fresh. In my mind, it seems like Steffin wants to create space, use his distance so he can put some hands on Mark. Mark is going to look at using his hands to set up the clinch and the takedown again. Yeah. Closing the gap, looking for the takedown. He's got the single leg, runs a pipe, takes him down. And again, man, it's hard when you get him against the cage because man, he's got a straight ankle lock if he sits in for it. Don't drop down to your knees. You know, Steffin's working an open guard. You know, you're either going to push off and kick off. That's what he did the first time. Oh, he dropped him. Oh, man, oh, man. That was lucky. Rocky didn't see that. So, and again, we're doing the same thing. He's got the head and arm. Mark has got to watch it. He's kept himself susceptible. And it literally looked like he had a flash knockout there. Landed in the closed guard of Steffin Barrera. You can hear his corner asking him to posture up, and he's like, no, I got hit the last time I did that. So you can grind right here. There's a lot of guys that have this grind style. Just kind of lay down, body head. You know, don't get your arms trapped. Don't give them a reference points to trap up. You know, for wrist control, trap up sweeps and kimuras, and he's staying busy. Rocky's on him, you know, keep busy, he is. Man, he's got a nice whizzer on him. Steffin has got to grab his wrist with his right hand and trap it by his thigh. It's a pyramid. It's a setup where you can bring your knee in if he knows how to get to like open guard. And I mean, there's triangles from there, but what it is you get your knees put in and you can start creating space. You know, he's trying to posture up and make one punch happen, but you can't punch somebody hard enough from your back. Well, I take that back because he just did. But usually, all right? So exactly what he needed. He's out of the guard. Look what he's able to set up. He's able to set up the Kimura. Step over the head. If he turns him sideways, he's going to sweep him. He can sweep him. This is it. He's got the Kimura. He's either going to break it or strain it out into an armbar. He's got to be able to posture up and defend. Oh my gosh. Saved by the bell, literally. Oh, and again, he's got him in the guillotine. He went for the takedown. Steffin Barrera went for the takedown. Marco Lorello's got him locked up in full guard. He's able to posture up and pass. There, that's what I was saying in the first round. That's what he was supposed to do. When Steffin was on the ground, if he would have trapped the wrist, that's exactly what Marco Lorello is doing right now. He's trapping the wrist. He's going for that inverted armbar. Steffin has got to drop down, not stack him up. He's got to stack him up and not pull his arm out. See, this is what he's doing. He's on his ground, looking for ankle locks, looking for heel hooks, looking for knee bars. It's just a grappling session for him right now, and Steffin isn't moving his body. He's not moved his hips one time. He keeps going for the same neck, puts him on his back, and that's how he got almost Kimura in the end of that last round. Jiu-jitsu, man. It's just cage awareness. It's fighter IQ. It's one of those things. It's real simple. He can't sit on his hips like this. He's got to be moving. He's got to create space. He's not posting a hand. Steffin's a great striker, but he's got to be able to get up to do it. He's looking for this. This is where he's going to be setting up that pressure. He's happy just to wear him out a little bit. There, got in a full mount. This is where we can see if he's going to be able to do something from this. Rocky's going to tell him, he says, defend yourself, defend yourself. A lot of these punches aren't really getting, but when you cover your face like that, it's about 3 seconds before Rocky comes in and says, I'm done, I've had enough. You got to buck, bridge, shrimp, create space, arm trap, posture control. You got to turn sideways. You may even have to sacrifice for a split second. Again, he's got him in full mount. He's got his legs grapevined about. So more of the same. Steffin on his back. 2 butt cheeks and 2 shoulders is never a good thing. That's what I tell him all the time. You got to turn, create space. Walk the cage. Cage walk. Control. Turn. Elbow. Shrimp. 2-on-1. Behind the back. Trap his wrist. This is where exhaustion sets in. If you've never been on your back with another grown man sitting on you, let alone punching you. All right, end of the round. Well, again, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Texarkana, Arkansas, Texarkana Convention Center.
All righty, we go to the scorecard. By unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, Mark Lorello!
There was Marco Lorello, ladies and gentlemen, winning. He is now 3-0 in the cage. That was an incredible fight.